Happy 22 Tuesday. Hello, those of you in Star Tribes of Light. I'm Mary Catherine. It is so wonderful to have all your souls here with me, and to my group here. Hi, beautifuls. Comment below because I'm going to start pulling some cards and tuning into some energies for this evening. This is my first live in a good bit because I've been on hiatus. I've taken some time off social media. I've been moving countries, moving houses, lots of change for me. And I'm currently right now in Ireland, in the land of Éire, my home country, and getting used to the cold. It's the turtleneck. And today I'm going to just tune into some energies, share a little bit of light language, and give some deets because some of you have been asking about the light language initiation course as well. So what a powerful gateway date I feel. And it doesn't just feel like a day. I feel like this has been simmering for me since October up to now, right? But really feeling it kind of the end of January to now. I don't know about you, but I have been moving into this cyclical death phase again. I mean, have any of you experienced that? Almost like, we're going and curling back in. And today, when I did a wonderful ceremony with, I joined Ashleen's. If you know Ashleen, she's in the Star Tribes group. She's a lady that did one of my light language courses. She held a beautiful cacao ceremony and sacred dance and light language. And while I was journeying with her and the other ladies there, I had a huge presence of Inianna, a Sumerian goddess, and she's kind of a symbolic goddess of both the moon, as above, so below, the underworld as well. And she was taking me on a journey. And this thing of like stripping myself bare as I moved via layers and layers of stuff that, sometimes we know something's there and we're stuck and we're like, I don't know, can I get there? And I could feel this unpeeling, this unlayering. And today felt like that gateway to enable this to happen a little easier. I know I've been getting messages from some of you privately as well, saying you've been in bed a couple of days, that you've been feeling sick, that you've been not just physically sick, but like the mental and emotional overwhelm of just deepness. And I'm not going to say darkness in that sense, because sometimes it can feel like a dimming. And let me know if you get what I mean when I say that. It's more like a cocooning. And it is like a death, I suppose, and a dimming, but it's not like we have any less light. It just feels like we're going into the shadow, into those slimy, darker spaces of ourselves that need to kind of be shaken out, right? As we heal. And we're all on the healing journey, right? It's all the journey of that discovery, truth. Who am I? What I be? What am I being here? Am I being me, my full potential? Am I hiding away? That was me. I felt like I had to hide away to get to that space and to go into those depths. And I felt that push and pull to totally hide away, which is why I took that hiatus as well from Facebook. And in fairness, from quite a number of friends and family, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you. You've been feeling me not around. It's been deep. And of course, there's been a number of deaths in my family. So that sense of moving through grief while doing this as well. So that's a little bit of the energies I've been moving through with this gateway. And we'll all have our own stories. But what we might see is sometimes the energies can kind of overlap, and we'll have that connection with this type of overlap. I am sensing as we're moving into spring, and it's one of the things Ashleen brought through as well in her ceremony, is it's that whole rebirth. And sometimes some of us, not all of us are on that journey into the underworld, but some of us do go there so that we're rebirthing. Maybe we need it, right? I know I did. And I can feel that sense of hope again, because I definitely hit a spot of hopeless, right? Even though part of me knows logically it's not true, but you still feel it, right? You're still going to go through the feeling of it. So I wanted to kind of give this little voice, and sometimes it's nice to, if we're in the space, to say it out loud, and we can breathe into it, right? There is another kind of, okay, I've just been a little bit more visible. I'm breathing more and I'm being more, and we can bring in more. We can fill the vacuum as we've released and delayered. And to be honest, I wanted to get freaking naked. I wanted everything off me, right? And maybe I'll do that in my own private time. I'm going to close my curtains though to do that. I'll definitely have some neighbors a little thrown off by that if I start with that. But I feel like there's that movement in the body and the dance, movement, music, dance, connection, earth connection. And for me, I need that. Like, I know I'm in lots of layers, right? I need almost that symbology in the physical, as well as I've gone through the emotional and the mental aspect of unrobing, derobing, dismembering, unveiling, so I can kind of see me and what's going on with me fully, right? And be with me in that. You know, I need me. I need to see me. I need to own me. And is that the same for you? And what does that look like for you? What's your next step in that? Because nobody can answer that but you, right? Okay. Hi, my lovelies. I can see Yasmin is on. Thank you, my darling. I think I missed your birthday while I was on my hiatus, Yasmin. Will you forgive me? Because I'm now going to sing you a happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I love you, darling. Okay, so let me see. Diakunda outkiashk atkudna ma atkayet atkuri atsi kitsi. Zukna masakta esi isri amduna vokoya. Ildanaro zuri amduna etria. Zurandala area zukure andani itki atkara asakta. So Inianna, when she came through earlier, and she's Sumerian. Now I know I have like memories of Sumer and some timelines spent there, and I remember this huge beautiful book, and it was like this leather bound book with a glorious encarving on the front, and those old kind of vellum paper, and it's thick and you get the smell of it and you hold it and there's the weight in it, and there's a magic in this book. This is something that came to me in a meditation before. And I'm getting that book again today. That's 3 or 4 years ago when I was in Sedona that came to me. It's coming today again as I've done that deep, into the underworld, the 7 layers down, almost like Dante's Inferno as we come back up. And I feel like I'm holding this book, and it's a book of magic. It's a book of knowledge. It's a book of wisdom for the world. And it's not my book, right? It's not like it's mine. It's for the world. It's everybody's book. And it feels like, I'm going to say this, and I could be so off the radar, but I keep hearing it in my ear, so I need to say it out loud right now. That something in, what is present day Sumerian? I'm going to have to Google that, what land that is. But present, like the past Sumeria, there's some Arctic relic, I should say. What's the word I'm trying to find? Ancient relic that's going to be found. And it's going to link into this book, okay? There's something going to be found in the next 3 to 10 months, and it's going to be found either by somebody and brought to the public knowledge again. They're going to try and hide whatever it is as well. So that's coming in. So knowledge wants to be found and reclaimed, and that's our own inner wisdom as well. That feels like they're saying it's not just a physical thing, but our own inner wisdom is being reclaimed right now. So I'm going to channel through that Sumerian, and there's a link to Arcturian with this, so you might feel like you're hearing resonance of things that are familiar if you're speaking light language, okay? So that's why I'm going to kind of say it feels like there's a gateway there. She's saying this rebirth, and she's saying, Mary, you've been asking about fertility a lot, and I have, hands on my heart, everything has been about fertility for me for a while. And she's saying, I am the goddess of fertility. And she showed me the rolling fields of green that we're going to see now springing up, and the daffodils and the tulips. Now, this is our northern hemisphere, of course. No sia bo mandana sia takautu utokeata rasa puku chichi baba. And she is like, I am also the symbol of the nurturing mother. And that who be we truly, but of the mother. And that creation energy again. And she's kind of saying, again, this, I know this is part of my message, but it might resonate with some of you. She's like, that whole period of going within and withdrawing, that's all that destruction, distortion, death, so that the new fields can be sown. And with new breath, new life, new energy, new fertile lands, fertility. Now, fertility, I mean, I'm talking 3D stuff here too, like, pregnancy, but also the whole thing, because even in men, you have the Hara energy, and men connected to the mother's womb, their own mother's womb, they draw on that as well. And that creation sacral point. All that lies in shadow coming to light. I mean, this has been a pretty much repeated statement, especially since the whole corona shebang, right? All that's in shadow is coming to light. To be in harmony, we can't plaster over, because I know I've looked in that doorway to the underworld, and I'm like, I definitely was resistant to going there, and there's still a good bit for me to do, right? And I've looked in and I'm like, that's a bit too painful. It can feel overwhelming to feel all those emotions, and I think I'll just close the door and I'll go back to it. They're kind of saying, you only get away with that for so long, you can't plaster over things that need to be felt, need to be seen. And they're also saying it's not about sitting in it, dwelling in it, making it swamp. It's in fact about going down, swirling it up, feeling it. To keep moving forward. They're saying some of us, sometimes we go there and we reach step 6 and it feels like we're stuck in the swill. And we're like, when is this ending? I thought this would be, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, day 10. This is particularly for those in chronic issues, physical chronic issues, fibromyalgia issues, lupus. They're just showing me things like that, like where there's this chronic systems stuckness, and there's this whole thing of feeling like fighting. And the same with mental health, like depression. And we feel so alone in those places, so alone. I can feel that in my heart, like I can feel like I'm there. And it's so dark, and we're looking around us and we're like, where is my lover? Where is God? Where is Source? Where is my supposed team? Where are my friends? It feels like we've been abandoned. So that energy of abandonment, I'm just speaking to that now, because this gateway might bring some of that stuff up. If you're listening to this, please breathe and continue to breathe. And you might need to kind of move the shoulders back and just get your energy moving. Notice as I'm speaking, have you tensed up in your shoulders? Notice your wee down there, your yoni space, or if you're a man, your sacred sex area, and just breathe. And I want you to open the sphincters, because we can hold without even knowing we're holding, even as I speak to this. And I'm going to bring my own awareness there and soften as well. So we're in that space and we're asking, where is everybody? I'm giving up. What's the point? What the hell am I doing here? Why am I here? And we're looking sometimes even outside of ourselves with that, looking at the shit show outside, right? Excuse the language. Right? So, and this is that, they're saying like, this is your pivot point, your tipping point. And if you're there right now, put your hand on your heart. If you're there right now, I've got you, you've got me. We're in this space. I feel like a few of us might be. And maybe that's why I'm being shown this. But I see you. And I know it looks like a dark haze. Maybe there's no way out, and it feels like there's no way out. And I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm fighting. I've been the warrior, right? Looks like even that energy. I totally get it. Feel you. I'm sorry for all that you've suffered through, and all of us together. I'm going to invite in some forgiveness. Even we sometimes need to forgive ourselves in that spot, right? And if there's anger in the fight, we're going to invite that to release. We're going to invite some dragons with that to help release that emotionally where it's blocked, stuck. And I want you to feel now the energy of this love come in behind you and just hug you. I want you to hug yourself. I love you. Would you be willing to love yourself fully right now, just in this moment as you breathe? And feel that mother's love, even if you're in that space of the dark underworld. And breathe. Mandavali, Mandavini, Mamda Shuyati Amadayati, Inianna Ata, Inianna Maawai, Inianna Masweati Achat. So take her hand now, mother's hand. You might refer to her as Inianna, or Divine, or Mary, or Venus, or any other being that you resonate with. Sophia, take her hand. You can imagine that now and let her guide you. She is you, you see. She's not separate from you. You are the divine mother of creation yourself. And one baby step now. Breathe in. If anybody's having anything in the heart, you can tap it. It's the thymus area. It helps regulate your system. So I'm just gently tapping that space in my heart. Aye undo, aye o, maea mo, ae no ye mo, ea. Ma Ushayati Akatkayati. So that was a little message that came through. The dragons are still going to be working through many of you. Lots around the solar plexus, heart, back, betrayal in the back, like feeling let down. And that might even be what's happening when you're in where is everybody point, right? In the back. There's a little bit of throat clearing, and there's some grounding coming through with that as well. So I'm going to thank the Great Mother, Inianna, showing up today with that message. And I'm going to pull 3 cards, and I'm going to just intuitively go to whoever I see on, because I'm in 2 points here. I'm on the phone and I'm on you guys on the computer trying to stream both places. You see my lipstick all over my teeth. Love it. I'm going to go through some comments and just see. So the card deck I have here is Keepers of the Light. It's a brand new one. I've not used it before. Gifted to me by my beautiful sister. So Nargez, you're the first person I'm just seeing, so I'm being pulled to you. My beautiful Nargez, I love you so much, and you have given me so much. So Nargez is a sister of mine, if you're okay with me calling that. I'm going to even say friend, because I know we're going to meet up one day. We never have, we've just seen each other online. And Nargez, you're part of my light language group, so I want to thank you for that. And she gives wonderful EH, I hope you're okay with me saying that, sessions as well. Nargez is incredibly powerful healer and space holder. I need to say that, just to honor you and your beauty and your presence. For Nargez, please, for today, what is the message that you're giving her gorgeous, beautiful soul? Wow, you're pulling the Master Jesus card, Nargez. Now, the blue rose is very big on this, the blue ray. Show you guys in star tribes. Beautiful card. And this has come up before, I think, Nargez, in other cards with you. I think maybe not this year, like maybe 2 years ago. Now this is the Magdalene lineage as well. And you of the great sisterhood. And that you're creating that and that community. So like you're creating community of the great sisterhood around you and brotherhood. Linked also that you're accessing perhaps even more this year, a lot of that wisdom that you had embodied in other dimensional timelines, and not just earth timelines, and that your natural ability is shining through more and more. I get the sense that you've been moving through your own cycle, if I'm okay to say that. I get the sense, I haven't talked to you now in a bit, actually, probably since our last session. Is that, like, God, it feels like a year ago. Like, I know it's only a month or two. But it feels like, am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It feels like you've been going through a cycle. Metatron's coming in really strong. Have you been working with sacred geometry? Have you been sensing that? And he's a teacher, of course. He brings quite a lot of spiritual students to the teaching schools. And he's pretty linear, like he gives very good, clear, practical instruction. He's coming in. So whether you've already been working with that or he's coming in, I feel like I'm getting the word coming in. For the next stage. I'm burping. Wow. Release for me in that, because there's a whole thing around empowerment. Ooh, with that energy. It's like I'm feeling a massive movement of energy from the chest down to the solar plexus, like something there is moving and it's moving out through the body. So this card is, you are on the path of light, love and forgiveness. Well, you are that, my darling. And farther there's my Cork accent because I'm back in Cork. Farther healing, farther I can't say the word, oh my god. Father. Father. Why am I having difficulty saying this word? Father healing is possible at this time. My FA's TH is going. So you are on a path of light, love and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at this time. They're doing something with my mouth, okay? This feels, I think I'm laughing, but I'm getting that thing with father, further a masculine energy, that there's perhaps even forgiveness and healing energy with the masculine. Is this true? I'm getting a yes for that, okay? But you check into yourself, obviously. Don't take my word for anything. I mean, I'm just throwing out stuff here, and always a little disclaimer. Only take what's true for you, right? Everything else just washes away. I'm human, my perception, my filter. Take what feels true for you. So that's that beautiful card. It's just glorious. You can almost feel like you're out under the beautiful blue skies and taking in that space, breathing the sky energy in. Now, Master Jesus is a master healer. Your healing abilities. Now, I want you to note the hand mudra. And we go through this in our light language course, right? Mudras, right? This is one of the hand mudras. It's one I quite naturally use as well. Your light language, notice what's coming through in your hands, Narges, because you've beautiful voice and expression as well. But I wonder, is there quite a lot of energy coming through the hands now, again, with this new frequency coming through? Your new embodiment, I shouldn't say new, it's not the right word, but deeper, further, deeper healing, embodiment. Oh, find the right words, but I think you'll feel what I mean. Now, I'm getting a little nudge here, so I need to say it. It's time to be seen, my love. He's very much saying that, and he's doing this with his eye. It's time to be seen. You know, he's like playfully saying, this is like the binoculars, right? And that we can kind of have the long view, right? As in we're seeing in the distance. And he's kind of flipping the binoculars and going, now look how close everything is. Like, let us see you more. Let us see you closer. And this feels like in relationship to your business, to your healing business, to your clients, to your community, to your family and your partners and your friends. It's in that whole aspect. So I just say, is there anything else from Master Jesus on that? At night, call me in. Hold on. So that's just a flow of his energy through. So Narges, he's showing me at nighttime. What a flow of energy from him. He's over your bed. He's saying, call me in, I'm watching over you. And I am the Christ at one, and you are too. It's time for you to believe it more. Just accept it, not try and push it away or play it down. Or feel overwhelmed by it. And he's inviting more trust. And the more that we trust, the more that we'll allow. And the word safety is coming up. We'll always be safe. You'll only be given what you're able for. You'll always be safe. Yeah. Whoa. So I was in the bedroom with you when I felt that, okay? I hope all of you can feel beautiful Nargez's energy because she's coming through me too. Thank you, Nargez. Thank you. Wow. Beautiful. Golden rose. Mongo ati into the sacred heart of the Kutakhatkayati Ma'asala. Indina Ma'adani. So that's card number 1, Nargez. Y'all gonna have me crying, are ye? Okay, let me see. Let me read through the rest of some of the comments. I've done one on my page. I'm gonna now just check on Star Tribes and take a card for those of you that's on Star Tribes. Hello, Monica. Hello, Lizzie. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, Vanessa and Yasmin. Who else is there? I think that's all I see. I don't see anybody looking for a card in Star Tribes. If I'm wrong, make a comment. Oh wait, there's a delay in me looking. And Aisling, I was talking about you earlier, Aisling. I don't know if you were on. Christy, hi, darling. You've been on my mind. I love you. Victoria, oh, I can't wait to talk to you soon as well. Yes, feeling it good. Bridget, hi, darling. I saw you earlier. And Andra, beautiful Andra. How you doing, darling? I'm trying to read I'd love a card. Okay, Andra's next then for the card. I'm going to take a little glass of water. Because the energies are quite strong with Nargez's reading, if you're feeling it deep because it just came in like a bang, please have some water now wherever you are. And if you need to move your body as well. There's quite a good bit of activation in the spinal cord. And because of that, you might need to tap your feet and just make sure that you're grounding because this is a massive gateway. You don't want to go woof. So you want to make sure you're grounding. Andra. Permission to connect with your energies and to pull a card for your highest good for today, please. With a message for you, but it's also for the collective. My intention whenever I do card readings, by the way, lovelies, you might think, oh, she didn't pull for me. Every single card always has a connection in for the collective, so you're going to get what you need from that. Oh, interesting. Now I have a card deck I never used here as well. Well, there's a card that's popped out. Bear with me while I get it back. Oh, the cards are all very loving today, very gentle. I feel like there's a second one for you, Andra. The first card I've pulled is Quan. Do you know Quan? Are you familiar with that energy? I mean, everything is source, but these are just aspects with little textures and tastes. Quan is a beautiful, beautiful being. Care and compassion is the card. Lots of violets. We had blues there, and now we have the violets and pinks. Violet ray. Choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offer a helping hand. Now, I don't know what's going on in your life, obviously, Andra. But I'm just getting a word out loud in my head, and I need to say it out loud to feel if it's true, and I'm going to invite you to feel into it. Judgment's coming up. The word judgment. Judgment. Now, is that by others? As in, when we're judged, projected upon? And if we feel that, we can also judge back, right? We can go like, stop judging me. Who do you think you are? And that's like a sense of judgment too. Like, we're just human, you know. It's not like we're bad for doing that. It's like a normal human reaction, right? And how we know that as well is if we're even reading posts on Facebook or get messages and we feel something rising in us, like a trigger, like whether it's sadness, anger, shock, shutdown, numbing out almost, shame. They're all aspects of either being judged or feeling judged, right? Projected upon. I don't know why this is just randomly coming through. Maybe it won't resonate, but I just need to say it. I don't know. Is it any? I'm just going to ask some questions, right? I'm going to say them out loud because it's like I'm not knowing who or what it's from. Is it something in the family? There's some link into the family for sure. Friendship. Okay, there's something around the friends, family thing around that. And maybe it's not brand new. Maybe this is an old thing that's kind of simmering. Maybe there's been a disconnection. And I'm getting like now is the time to let it go, to forgive and to heal. And have care and compassion for yourself in this. It's not about right and wrong, left and right, high road or the low road. What's in the highest good? It's also not about, it's not the energy of giving in or something. Because I'm getting like there's a query around that. It's not about that. It's not about falling on the sword either. It's coming into a space of neutrality, but also with your boundaries intact. Where no matter what is said, done, looked at, sent, whatever, you're in neutral. It's not affecting or swaying. Does that make sense? And this even could be, we read stuff on the media and stuff. Even I get riled going, oh, the lies, right? And I can feel it rising in me. I'm like, the lies. I'm like, oh, hold on. Breathe in, right? That's an emotive reaction that they're looking for that, right? That's what they want. So Quan Yin, care and compassion, choose to be loved, do what is right for everyone involved, offer a helping hand. That's just the message on the card, but what I'm reading into it is there's a care and compassion for yourself, a forgiveness even there, a releasing of where we're feeling judged. What do you need to be able to do that? What's the need? What's the part of us, the aspect of us that feels that way? How long has she felt that way? Does she need to hide when she feels that way? Does she feel caged and trapped when she feels that way? Right, and we'll breathe into that. So Quan Yin, if you want to come through, let me know. Sahra Surya Satra Surya Satra Surya Himzara over Himalayati. So she's going to bring through some toning, and you tone if you wish with me, hand on the heart. Toning is just like sounds, ah sounds, and it resonates down through the body. Maya The second card, Andra, for you that was pulled is a tortoise. Okay. That is from the deck, Meet Your Spirit Guides. Okay, now the tortoise message, there's so much earthy feel from this, indigenous feel, like this, you know, the spiral patterns are on the card. If you can kind of, oops, get in close to that and kind of notice that the solar energy is there. Hyatka, and all the earth sacral, earth star chakra energy is in this. The solar plexus energy, root energy. Kiata Hatka and Todeati. I'll show you guys here as well. The message is you're too fragmented, so do whatever it takes to get grounded. Now, my take on what they mean by fragmented is sometimes we can have energies in multiple places at multiple times. I tend to do this as well, right? So we could have some of our energy with our parents because there's something going on there, or we're helping out, or we have an energy with the brother, the sister, the friend, the job, energies in the business. And that's that sense of like lots going on, lots of energies trying to maybe help, or being pulled even, right? Where people want your energy and they're pulling it in. So you are the owner of your energy. No one has the power to take it from you, right? You can feel like it sometimes when they're pulling or dragging on us, right? So I'm going to invite you to take a breath in. And that's probably for all of us. We could have our energies on our to-do lists. I have to do the shopping, I have to mind the kids, I have to cook the dinner or whatever, right? Do the laundry. We're going to bring energy back. Come back home. Breathe yourself in. All thoughts, energies come home to me right now into the love of all that I am. And there we have clarity. Come home, me. I feel like you're super caring under, like your heart is massive. And sometimes when other people are in pain, you're holding that for them with your heart energy. Like you're holding them in the palm of your hand almost. And there are times, there's no wrong and right in this. I want to invite you just now, just for right now, bring all that back into the home, the heart, the body, into the love of all that you be, into the body, the home, the heart. Can you trust the body to hold all that energy now, and the earth to ground it? Be in your body. Wiggle your bum in the seat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, some parts in the past, trauma in the past, past relationships. It feels like a lover partner relationship. I hope you're okay with me saying this out loud. And maybe like it's something that happened but it wasn't fully resolved or something. It feels like there's an energy there. So with your permission, breathe. I'm going to invite Quan, your I am presence. I'll guide you to that place. Okay, okay, okay. I won't speak on that too long. There's something there. India, that, and there may be a timing thing with being ready to do that. But I heal you. I feel you. Yeah, I love you. You're okay. And I'm sorry for whatever happened. That part of you is loved. Feels like she needs to hear that part of you there. She needs to feel that she's loved. She needs to hear you, feel you, see you. She'll come home. And when she's fully home, you'll feel that. Now, if this doesn't resonate, leave it be. Again, it's a flash of imagery that's coming through. So again, I'm just going to say whatever's in the highest good. I don't want to get personal either. grounding is going to help a lot. Kuashata, with that deep embodiment that helps us bring all parts of us home. Hindiama, whenever we're feeling pressure on a number of fronts, kind of, it'll help diffuse it, anchor it. Slow down. Slow down, my love. Slow down the mind. Slow down the breath. Slow down. Love you. Hope those resonate. The beautiful Quan and the turtle. Sioto de Amada Giati. So that's our second card. Breathe slower. And that will align you with your internal rhythms. So digestive system, your lung functions, hormonal system, as in the adrenal glands, thyroid, thyroid, sleep patterns. I'm getting like thermal fluctuations are happening as well. Like all of this will help. So I'm listing quite a number of the glands, like hormone stuff, right? So I feel like you have a guide on your team that's going to help. It might be supplements or food stuff. Maybe you're already taking that. I'm going to invite them in to heal. Can we bring that in, please, to heal anything there? Is that true? Is there something going on there that needs some balancing? Let me just read your comments to see, am I on the mark or off the mark? Yes, you felt the judgment. Okay, good. Okay, it makes sense. I'm asking in my mind, is the hormonal stuff that's coming through true in the case of Andra? Like the balancing, has there been fluctuations? And that can kind of mess with the mind as well, like the thoughts and emotion. We can react more explosively even if hormones are kind of, or things feel more overwhelming as well. Like I feel like there's somebody on your team member, it's a healing team member, it feels elemental, it feels like there's herbal stuff. And they're showing me green paste, greens, and that helps the grounding, and they're showing me the gut, and it helps the gut. I'm feeling like there's a clearing in the gut. Like through that gut system, the gut, the intestines. Has there been acid reflux or anything? Like it'll balance. They're saying even something like connecting to some plant stuff that you're eating. I did a cacao ceremony with Ashley, I mentioned that earlier, but like there's other, plant stuff. It looks greeny, pasty, like I don't know if it's spirulina or moringa or I don't know, like it just feels like that could be just a symbol they're showing me of you connecting more to maybe foods or plants, herb stuff, and it's healing and it's going to help regulate that system more. And that's as much as I'm getting on it. Is that okay? And thank you. Thank you, Andra. Thank you, Quan. Thank you to the Tortoise energy that's come through as well around slowing down and bringing ourselves back into the body. And the last one now I am seeing is a lady called Bernadette McDonough. I haven't seen you before, read for you before, but your name is popping up for the third card. And while I am just going to shuffle, take another breath, take some more water, Hello, my beautiful Star Tribes group. I love you, girls. You're beautiful. I'm going to try and come on more. I've made a new commitment to come on more onto the group there. It's Yachat Kamasa. I've seen all your beautiful shares. I've been following some of you doing gorgeous posts and light language and music, and it's just beautiful to see how gorgeous that community is growing. And I feel like we're going to build on it this year even more and have some gorgeous offerings for all of you in that Star Tribes groups as well. It'll be a wonderful community that we're building and growing. And any of you that are looking to bring more light language in or activate or play or practice, Paula and myself are holding a light language initiation level 1 in March. So you can go onto my page if you want to look at that and have a look and see if it's something that interests you, or you know somebody that does, you know. Beautiful groups, beautiful communities. It's an amazing, amazing experience. I know many of you have already done it with me that are on these lives, right? Okay, Bernadette. It's a lot of emotion. Okay, I'm kind of holding back a little tears. Feels like I have a lump in my throat. Like I want to cry. You know, there's something that wants to come up and come out and hasn't. It's kind of there, Bernadette. Is this me or am I reading into? Okay, yeah, no, this is, I feel, not just me, right? Again, I've never really used these cards. These are all brand new card decks, so I'm kind of used to. These are the ones I've never used. I've had them for a while. Life purpose is coming through, and I've pulled you from the Keepers of the Light as well, Bernadette. Permission to enter into Bernadette's field, please. Wow. Wow, you're magical. Hello. Lots of shaman energy in your field, in your blueprint. Like I can see you as a shaman holding a staff and you're mapping the stars. Kiandana asukia, you're looking up. Diantaka masoye, diata alha. You're connecting with the stars and you're getting your information from there. Hello. Whoa. Right, you're staring right at me. So I think I've entered into a timeline or a dimension, a past life, parallel life of yours. Do I have permission to speak with you? Thank you. Who are you? What are you? I'm keeper of the secrets of the world, the mysteries, as you call them. The stars speak to me. The land speaks to me. I map out the stars on the land. I map them out with my staff. I initiate new streams, new springs, new wells, holy fonts for healing, so communities have a place to go. I map out standing stone alignments to bring power into the grids in certain places, so that homes and communities will build around it, and the land may be cleared for generations to come, so that crops may flourish. Atkanyasi, and all live in prosperity and health and joy. Utahatkiandama, I am part of a big community. Tunahati, you might call it a school, where we learn and teach and grow, and I travel great distances. I travel both in the mind and physically. I've been to many lands where none other have been from my country, Kiabdana, and I bring back their secrets to share in my lands. Watiama Hawaii, Nianyama Wali, I speak many languages, and one of them is of the stars. I find the caves within earth where her sparkling stone resides. And I dwell within there as I speak to not just the stars but Mother Earth and all the beings of the inner earth realms. And from them I learn also, and from them I bring the healing techniques back to my peoples. And in a way, I am a middle person healing between these dimensions, the inner world and the world that I am of. Now, what I'm getting there is what he's speaking to is a rift between peoples that once lived on the land and then they kind of moved into the inner realms. They moved into another dimension, like the way the She, in Ireland we have what we call the She. They're a Fey being, and they would have when the current Irish race came, they own the land, but there was a war between them, and they retreated into the inner world, right? So I'm getting that you're in that timeline where even kind of I'm a human, and I'm kind of mending this barrier so that we may one day meet again. So breathe into that. Feel if it resonates or not. Do you have a message for the Bernadette of the now, please? She knows of me. She has seen me in her dreams. She is me, I am her. We have journeyed together. We have journeyed to other realms. She is eager for knowledge, hunger and thirst for more. Sometimes questions how to apply it all in this timeline, in this body, in this human form. And this human form has been, I want to say the word challenge. Don't know if that's the right word. Sticky. To bring through all the magic that she has. And what is magic but knowledge and inner sight, outer sight, understanding, heart, technologies. Indiama, loco, taka, tika, tum, ba'awai, eosotoko, lakts ara, bukute anda, mishnu, vaandana, ipi abala awa esi misawen, ba'awa, kundana, heke ke ala, kunda, tiki 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 tataka tiki 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 taka taka ho tiki 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 taka taka wa atiki I mo o tiki tiki a tuin da aku ai ma wa dia balawai ma ki anna ma wa tiki abalai ma ma wa ken ma wa ma wen baka wen ma we la wa sai ku an ti ma wa dia la So for remembrance, transmission, and this will activate many of you. Hearts to remember. Quite a lot of throat chakra there. And where the throat chakra has been severed, like other timelines where you've been in truth, spoken in truth, and it feels like you're severing. So maybe even a decapitation, choking, like torture. So at a soul blueprint, we're inviting in a healing for that as well, with your permission, only with your permission. And this is through your own higher self. I'm just speaking it out as words, and you invoke that. It's time. It's time. It's time. Tuundana iti ma'atoya iti ma'ata iti ku'ata ate yaba Allahasa. You hold a lot of codes of the lands, my love. Iti ma'akaya iti. Do you feel that when you walk in nature? Do you feel that? Do you allow yourself to connect that way? I mean, I don't know anything about you. I'm just asking the questions. I feel you do, obviously. I have no idea if this is real or not, but this is the card that came through. Career change. Are you thinking about like maybe pivoting in your business? Do you have a business? Or maybe you're taking up a new practice, a hobby. It doesn't necessarily mean career in that sense, right? It could be in service. Are you going to be in service in a different way, even like working on the land, right? Would you like to? So I kind of want to not give this too much, but that is, it's the lighthouse. I mean, I want to have a look at this. The angel on top of the lighthouse. You are the beacon of light, shining light on all. It feels even like that sense of, I want to say like lost souls come home through you. And oftentimes, if you're not in this business in the day-to-day sense, at nighttime you could be doing quite a lot of astral traveling and doing that type of work at night, right? You're embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance you desire and deserve. That's just the message, whether it resonates or not. I'm just pulling it. Maybe it's to show you how much of a beacon you are, and to start believing even more in yourself in that way, and being gentle with yourself in that way, and not take too much on with that as well. Like in the beingness, just the being of you is that. And I do get the sense there's quite a lot of work that you're doing at nighttime. And if that being, that druid or shaman being that we saw, right, is true and resonates with you, it seems that they're taking you on quite a journey at night as well, whether you're aware of it or not. So have fun in your explorations. Thank you for allowing me to experience that. I would not have experienced it only for you're so generous in allowing me into your energy, your blueprint, your soul print. I learned through that. Wow, I mean, have you gone to standing stones? Have you put your hand on them? Because you've had a part in that. I mean, I'm gonna get emotional saying this now. Throat's gonna go. Whoa, lots of throat chakra stuff, right? I was traveling down from Paris to Spain last summer, and we were doing a couple of pit stops, me and my husband, along the way, and we pulled in for a pee pit stop. And we kept saying, like, where are we going to pull in? And I kept going, no, keep going, we'll do the next one. And I was like, no, keep going, we'll do the next one. And it was like, no, I'd hold on, keep going, we'll do the next pit stop. And I felt like there was a pit stop, just felt like a knowing. And then I was like, okay, pull into this one. And we pulled into this toilet pit stop. And there was beautiful rolling hills. It was the very south of France. And it was kind of the, you know, the sun was in a certain position, and it was in off the road. And it was just a small little toilet area, and there was a parking space, and there was all the greenery and rolling hills and valleys. It was stunningly beautiful. You couldn't see the highway from where it was. And I went for the pee, and I saw little steps up, and I was like, I'm being called. I feel like I could hear a calling, a beckoning up these steps. So I walked up, and there was a standing stone at the top in a field. I couldn't believe it. And I walked over. I did a video at the time in the space, but I started bursting out crying, and it was like I put my hands on it, and the energy, my back against it, and it was just such love and energy. And I spoke to it, and it said it had been moved. It wasn't in its original space. And I feel you as this shaman, this druid, you'd mapped the stars, you mapped the land, and you knew where that stone needed to go. And these stones are particular. They'd have crystal frequencies. I mean, it spoke about you in the caves as well. You knew what you do, right? And you position them in a certain space. And this stone had been moved. It was saying, I need to be repositioned. So energetically, I did an energetic repositioning of the stone, which you can do. You're not bound by objects, right? You can energetically create almost like a stream. If you had a river, you make a stream, and I made a stream back to that stone so it could once again filter into the main grid, right? So I feel like you have a lot of these gifts and knowing deep within you if you play with it more. Maybe you already do all this and I'm just talking through my hat and you already know it. So I'll stop now. But standing stones, I encourage you to go and find anything like that. You might find fairy forts, ring forts. Um, Go to the land, lakes, wells. I mean, talked about you in the wells and holy wells, perhaps reinvigorating, bringing your presence there, doing a ritual, saying prayer. You bring the holiness back in, you bring the purity back in, the healing nature of all these beautiful things, as in we're amplifying it with our love, right? And this is for everybody. This message is for everybody. It's not just Bernadette. We all have this within us, and maybe this is about re-remembering. Maybe it's actually about us all remembering that this is in us, and we've at one stage, one timeline, one dimensional reality been and done that very thing, and we're here to embody it even more. Inianna came in with the book at the start. Maybe this is all part of us re-remembering this wisdom and just trusting and learning and embracing it once again. We don't have to know all the details. We just go and explore and play and listen. Maybe that's the message for 22, right? 222. Gateway of possibility. So, my darlings, that's the third card. That's the final one today. Let me see. I'm still having a major throat clearing with that beautiful, well, Bernadette's doing it for me, so thank you. An aspect of that self. Whew, let me read through the comments and see is anything else coming through. Natalie, hi, my darling. Hi, Brianna. I finished. I was only doing 3, my darling, so that's it for it. Let me see the time as well. Yeah, I'm an hour and a half on. Well, not quite, nearly an hour and a half. So this, you know, they're mini soul readings, right? I'm just doing mini readings. Bernadette, oh, it's new to you. Not sure about the job. Like I said, it doesn't necessarily. Oh, I never showed you this card, right? There's still a card left. It doesn't necessarily mean you're changing career. It could mean that you're embracing what we just spoke about, right? Embracing the power that you be, the healing nature that you have, the beautiful heart energy that you bring everywhere you go. It could mean that, right? That you're exploring those aspects of self and being that beacon. And you're just listening. It doesn't necessarily in our 3D human form mean that. It can. So just, you know, take what resonates. That was the kind of the message about you being the beacon and all that knowledge. I never even showed you the first card. Again, this is very linked to the Jesus card we pulled for Narges at the start, the blue ray. We have Mahavatra Babaji. This is your soul expansion. Now, oh, yeah, I mean, look at the stars and the constellation work there. Can you see that? Is this clear? Bernadette, I don't know, can you see this? And that's what I was seeing around you as that druidic shaman being. I mean, you had this cloak, and actually this type of embroidery was on it, like sacred geometry. And you had this staff, and everything was carved with all these sacred symbols. Like, so you can even see that here in Babaji's card. Now, Babaji, I mean, he's a sacred avatar. You know, he's on par with Yeshua. It's the same energy. Jesus is the Christ, like, you know, enlightened. One of the greatest teachers that was here. Teaching love. Now he's coming with the whole soul expansion, and what we spoke about would be that soul expansion, right? Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. That's the message. And that's exactly what came through in that timeline, that life that I did with you. It was everything was connected. The stars, the earth, you both spoke to the stars, you also spoke to the inner earth. You were the bridge between both. And you have that capability now as well, which is the embodiment as above, so below. And it's all from within. You don't have to go outside to seek it. It's within. And it's just that inner exploration journey, having fun, trusting, playing, and loving yourself wholly, completely. Have fun in that. So I forgot to show you that one. Okay. Nori Amdra Adri. Hi Sadie. Hi Thomasina. I love you. I love you. And Beth, beautiful Beth. Natalie, I was told I was a Celtic green witch in one of my most important timelines. My head was severed by a Roman soldier. I'm sure so many of us have similar experiences. When we go, we have some memories of that, some of us. So I know I do. And it's been a big thing to even be, to even do Facebook Lives like this. I've had to work through some of that, to be seen, to be heard, to trust, what I say. There are things that, I suppose we all work through, isn't it? And even in my communications with family, and do I hold that back? Yeah, it's a big thing. Natalie, re-remembering. You're so welcome, Bernadette. Hi, Nula. Oh, I want to give you a hug. I'm giving you a hug. You can't stop me. I love you, Nula. Oh, yeah. Angelique, hiya, darling. I love Babaji. Absolutely. I often, when I tune in, like, I will cry. This will be my third time crying on this live. So much truth and power. So much humbleness as well. Like, it just is, when we kind of tune into Babaji. Yeah, big holding love. Eve, hi sweetheart. Let me see, is there any other comments here? Naomi, hello darling. Bridget Fitzgerald, you're so welcome. Monica, you're welcome. And Lizzie, you're welcome, my darlings. So I'm going to take a breath and invite any of you staying. And my God, you stayed with me for an hour and a half. Well done. They can go on these lives, can't they? And we're just going to bring our energy back in and just make sure we're grounded. And breathe. I want you to drink lots of water, ladies and gents watching this. Lots and lots of water. Is there any other message that need to want to happen? I am going to say, honestly, they're saying, don't forget. What I need to share with you is because the offerings and the services that, I provide, I need to speak about them as well. So they're asking me to speak about that, even though that's not always the fun part. That kind of is. March, who wants to do what I'm doing? Who wants to play in this way, right? Who wants to be activated? Who wants to, and it's you that activates yourself, right? It's like I'm just sitting back going, you got it, girl. I'll show you the way, and you'll find your own way to do that and express. This is all about expression. We clear a lot of the throat stuff. We clear a lot of the third eye stuff. We clear a lot of the trauma stuff as well, karmic and ancestral, regarding being seen, being heard, being in ourselves, our power, our truth, our love. And all of this is part of the Light Language Initiation Workshop. Even though it's about just activating light language, it goes a lot deeper than that. There's expression through art, through dance, through body movement. There's expression through the sound, technology. So it's a massive way of being on your soul expansion to go into a space like this as well. These spaces are participative. Is that a right word? Participatory? As in, it's not like a lecture and you watch it. It's like you're part of it, right? And we do it in a safe space. We do it in a space of fun. We do it in a space of play and exploration. Paula and myself will be hosting this next one in March. It's for March 14th to the, 4th of April. And what we have done this round is added a couple of new things that haven't been in the past lectures or the past workshops. We're doing evening and we have a weekend. So if you miss an evening, you're catching up at the weekend and vice versa in lectures lives so that you have the most chance to catch the live. However, there's always replays as well. And they're all available with an online learning platform. So we have a sacred community group and we have an online learning platform. So you get the most out of this space, this course. You'll have access to it for as long as you need. There's workbooks and exercises and just assistance from myself and Paula, and we'll have expert speakers. We'll have the beautiful Naomi, Kundalini, light language activator. She's a Kundalini dance teacher and tantric. I'm terrible, Naomi. If you're watching this, I need to write down. Tantric teacher, and she's coming on for one of our lessons on body movement, dance, hand signing. She'll be giving us a very special show and activation, a very sacred activation, especially for those of you women. This course that I'm doing is for women right now. I'm focusing on the women. I know, Jen, some of you have been looking for it as well, but for right now, that's my calling. So Paul and I will be doing that. We'll have some guest speakers for the art and writing, showing us how to go deeper into our expressive natures and practice and play in that. It's not about being an artist. It's not about being a dancer. This is about us finding our flow, our role, our expression, right? Whether it's a blob or a little shimmy, it doesn't need to be, what we'd put on a stage and look at or videotape. It's about us finding that space within ourselves to express. No, you don't need to be afraid of any of this. You're never pushed into anything you're not comfortable with as well, if anybody's wondering about that. But it's there for you to tap into and explore, because light language is not just spoken. Light language is not just sung. Light language is so much more. And you'll learn about that there, and you'll have it activated, and you get to practice it as well. And bring it into the rest of your life, because it really enriches. And it has for me. It's enriched my life in ways I never would have known, never would have guessed. And it's brought me out of places where I've been stuck. And it's brought me beautiful new people and communities. It has given me and enriched my life in ways I just cannot begin to list. And I want to help ripple that out. And that's part of my reason for being, is I want to enable others to activate themselves, because I'm just the facilitator, right? And Paula is just the facilitator. We hold a space for you to activate that. And everybody can do that on their own, but it's so much fun to do it with others, and so fast as well. And expansive. So that others then activate others, right? You activate your children, you play with them, you start blessing the land, you start blessing everything in different ways. It's just a way to spread that light, that love throughout the world. And I suppose bring us to that peace that we want to see all around us. All right, my darlings. So if that sounds interesting, I'll put the link below here. And those of you on Star Tribes, please come to my page and you'll see the link there as well. Another thing I want to say is anybody that wants sessions, we also offer a session in with the light language as an amazing new offer. And Paula is an accredited self-empowerment coach and self-love coach. And she was one of my first students, my first clients on my first light language course. And now she's running it with me. Like, this is a thing. I want you to be able to, if you have a business or anything, you to be able to run your businesses, bring light language into that as well. And that's what level 2 is about. So yeah, let's come for level 1 first. I won't go into that now. All right, my darlings, thank you for joining me. So much love. Drink lots of water after those activations. You guys are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you.